And this is another reading for the first week of August 2023. But energy is timeless, so anytime that you're seeing this, if the message or the vibe resonates with you at all, you feel the energy, then there could be messages for you. Don't try to force anything or make it fit, but do understand that energies can be crisscrossed, flip-flopped, and or reversed, and that everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them. It's a matter of balance. So, Libra, we have a lot going on this week. We're going to call in your spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity, please. Be with us for the greater good. All right, so to get into this, there will be an extended this week. So I'm pulling tarot for present, energy, action to take, and outcome, and then we'll clarify that in the extended. Extendeds are only $7.77 for the entire month of August. I'm doing this probably just for a couple months, so I can build my platforms. And by the way, I've got all of the links to the extendeds below. It doesn't matter which platform you choose. I'm just offering two different platforms for two different types of people. So it's the same thing, same exact thing. So you don't need to do both platforms, okay? That said, let's get into this. So on August 1st, which is on Tuesday, we have the full sturgeon moon, and it's the first of two moons in August. So we've got, at the end of 2022, I did this video. It's called The 13 Moons of 2023. And I pulled cards for each of the full moons ahead of time. And the three cards that I had for this month were Scenic Jasper for the crystal card. And that means change of scenery. It talks about exploring new horizons, traveling, trying something new. Could be a new job, new career, new relationship, just new. Then I pulled the King of Coins, and for that deck it also represented sweetgrass. So that means sharing the sweetness of life, community, sharing gratitude, being grounded, abundant, steady, and then also having the energy of faith and inspiring prosperity. Because that's what the King of Coins is all about. He's very abundant, prosperous. He works exceptionally hard. He's always working, and he takes care of everybody around him, right? For the most part. Then I also pulled for the magical making, what is it? Magic in the making? No. Magical spell cards. Sorry. I have a couple magic decks. I pulled card number 23, Romance. Romance is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Some of you could be getting into relationships. If you've been single, you could be taking a step towards relationships. If you've been together, it could be a step, in a more advanced type of direction, or it could be, unwinding it. We are in Venus retrograde right now, which deals with the breaking up, but also the coming together of relationships. So it just kind of depends on where you're at in your relationship and on the wheel. Because 2 + 3 = 5, and that also means, change of direction. It's getting kind of late. It's not that late, but man, I guess I'm just wearing down. Full moons provide clarity and insight. They also have lots of energy attached to them. With it's like the brightest power of the entire month with the full moon. So it's a great time to cast spells. I personally don't think love is a great spell to cast unless it's like self-love. You never want to cast any kind of spell that takes away from people's free will. Okay, so do it for yourself, not for anybody else. But the new moon or the full moon is a great time to do this, or activities that make you feel alive and powerful. So you can make moon water, you can charge your crystals, you can, hold on, my cat is trying to come over and visit. Stay there, buddy. Okay, anyway, make moon water, charge crystals, swim under the moonlight, especially in the summer. You know, it's a great time to go moonlight swimming. Buddy, stay over there. Meditate, use sage, candle magic, scrying, and divination, and then to release and let go. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Sandalwood is also a very powerful incense to use during the full moon to steady and attune your energy. So it's a good way to ground your energy and get it finely tuned. Sorry, my nose is itching. So the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting your cards ready, Libra, is Riot. Let's start a riot. A riot. Let's start a riot. A riot. Like by 3 Days Grace. Sorry. It's catchy. But it kept on saying, you know, you're not the only one, so get up, let's start a riot. You're not the only one, or you feel like the only one. It was basically just saying, you know, you're like, what you're feeling is human, going through the same thing. You're not the only one, obviously. You know, might as well just go start a riot. Maybe feeling really, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe feeling really, not vengeful, that's not the word I'm looking for, but it's like, just kind of, why can't I think of the word? You just want to start some shit, basically. That's kind of like, you know, in that kind of energy. So maybe something didn't go your way and you're just like, F it, you know, I'm gonna like, I'll do whatever I want, you know. Or just maybe you may, I mean, Libras are all about truth and justice, right? That's literally what you are, is justice and balancing of the scales. So something may be happening in your world that's not right. And you're like, no, I'm going to make this right. Like, let's start a riot. I will, you know, shout it from the rooftops and make it heard. Just as long as it, you know, goes the way it's supposed to. So there's that, it's that kind of energy. All right, let's get into this. What do we have for Libra overall energy with the spiritual AF? And I think I said, yeah, I'm going to be doing an extended. Also, we have 2 other oracles. I have the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle deck. And then we'll be using Moonology Manifestation cards in the extended. That's not it. It didn't fall out. And also, that's the same one as last week. No equals a full sentence. I swear. Some of you need to learn how to say no to things. I feel like you're having major issues with that. If that card keeps on popping out, I mean, I pulled it out, it flipped over, but I'm going to wait for the one that falls out. Libra, please. Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. Nothing wants to fall out, Libra. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Okay, there's 3 that fell out. Okay, this one keeps on hopping around, so I'm just going to take that. So I'm looking at this one too. The world doesn't owe you anything. Some of you might need to hear that. The world doesn't owe you anything. But this is the one that fell against the ground in that little pile that just fell. So call bullshit on your bullshit. Want to get out of a rut? The first step is to get tired of the bullshit. Your bullshit. Their bullshit. The world's bullshit. Spend today honing your sense of deja vu. Once you can spot the old shit, you can start to stop that old shit. So it's interesting because, like, the song, you're not the only one, so get up, let's start a riot. Like, if you actually listen to the lyrics, because there's obviously a lot more there, it talks about, you know, just feeling like you're filthy, feeling like you're dirty, feeling like the whole world's against you. So it's like kind of being stuck in a rut. The first step, you know, is to get tired of it and then, you know, to not put up with it. So let's start a riot. Like, once you're sick of the shit, let's start a riot. So it's kind of like the energy. You're calling bullshit on something. Maybe you're like just done with the situation. Yeah, you're tired of people, places, maybe somebody, you know, trying to control you, that type of energy, and you're over it, you know? Okay, what do we have for Libra? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity, please. Yeah, you're so done. You don't want to be controlled by anybody anymore. Nobody owns you. Also, the world doesn't owe you anything. Remember that. You're not like a princess or prince. So keep your ego in check, right? But, and that's calling bullshit on your own bullshit, right? All right, what do we have for Libra? Energy going into this is the Death card, so that is transformation. It's ending something, beginning of a new. You also could be dealing with a Scorpio because this is the sign of Scorpio. Three cards. What do we have for Libra? Overall situation. Let's see, overall situation, please, for Libra. Six of Swords. So that's better communication. I feel like Scorpio actually got that as their outcome. Talking about easier communication with somebody. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Might want to go watch that reading. What else do we have for Libra for the action? Page of Staffs. Okay. So that's like showing interest, talking, communicating, putting forth effort. Passionate effort, like asking somebody out on a date, or just, you know, communicating, showing the person that you care. It's like ones are about passion. That could be passion towards a person, or it could be passion towards, you know, work, career, finance, like whatever it is that you're passionate about, like a passion project, right? But I feel like this is putting more effort towards passionate communication, because that's the Six of Swords is about communication becoming easier, like smoother communication, opening up. I feel like that's, you know, in regards to maybe a passionate new beginning towards something or with someone. What's the outcome? Outcome for Libra. What's the outcome? More communication. Eight of Staffs. Messages coming in. Are you sending them? This also could be downloads from spirit, like, yep, from your angels, giving you protection, guidance, helping you know what to say and what to do. That's beautiful, actually. So this is the energy of Sagittarius. Call bullshit on your bullshit. Like, I feel like maybe you're coming to a realization of things that you did or didn't do, right? And what needs to now be done and to make it better, right? Calling bullshit on your bullshit. Like, you could have been a bullshitter, right? You could have been bullshitting a situation. Now it's like stepping up, being the man, balancing things out. You know, making an effort, making a passionate effort. Sending a message. It has to do with messages, passionate messages with the Eight of Staffs. So we'll clarify in the extended reading about what the Six of Swords, easier communication, is all about. We'll get clarification on the action that you need to take with the Page of Staffs, and then what the outcome is with the Eight of Staffs, what the message is about. What do we have for Libra? Underneath the deck, we have Patience, Green Corn Moon, number 36. Somebody could be 36 years old. 3 plus 6 is 9. 3, 6, 9. Those are super strong numbers. Nines are about combination points. It's also about wisdom. It's like almost being able to lay down the burden so that you can just move on to the new cycle. But it's having the patience, like you're almost there. Look, she's almost there. But just have patience. Like, you'll get there in due time, right? Then we have number 40, Darkness, Long Night Moon. It's like a dark moon. So something like this is like the void, right? And it's interesting. I've been pulling that card a lot lately. It's the void is when you're in balance with both your masculine and your feminine energies, but you're going into like kind of like to face your demons, right? To get real with yourself, to call bullshit on your bullshit, right? Seriously, like that's what this is about. It's like you have to understand the silence and be silent with yourself in order to understand what you were missing or what you just weren't seeing in a situation. And then having patience to see it through, like getting through that dark night of the soul. I really do think that this is a you thing, like it's you coming full circle with yourself, right? I feel like there's a lot. What was that? There's a lot that you want to say that has not been said, but it's like you know that there's a better time and place for it. It's like have patience. That time is coming, though. That 8 of staffs, that's all about messages, either being sent or being received, but you've got messages. Underneath the deck, we've got number 28, 4th house, roots. So 28 could be significant, a significant day this month. Could also be like a birthday, somebody's birthday. 2 plus 8 is 10, and that's endings but also beginnings. Because 1 plus 0 is 1, and so it's like 10s are endings, and then the 1 is like starting all over again. So this could be like, you know, roots, going back to your roots, starting over again in a relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, you know, friendship, whatever. But it's like going back to your roots. Like, what is it that, you know, your morals, your ethics, you know, how you were raised. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling from this, like big time. Going back to your roots. What is that song? I'm going back to my roots. I think that's an Imagine Dragons song. Then we have top of the deck, number 9, Uranus, Genius. So I think that's the 9th house. I'm not sure. Let's read this, actually. Figure it out. Okay. So, it's another Scorpio card. Interesting. So, Uranus, Genius. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. Oscar Wilde. So the sudden bolt of a surprise that causes chaos. Uranus, the Great Awakener, is here to wake you up. So when the Uranus card comes up in a reading, there will be jolts and surprises in regards to your question or focus. After all, Uranus is the upstart planet, so there won't be any smooth ride here. You can anticipate matters to turn rather eccentric, if not shocking, and not in the way that you expected. Don't look upon these manifestations as wrong for you. Instead, go with it and see how your life becomes transformed in ways not exactly as you predicted, but better. You may feel excitable or nervous at present, especially when it comes to things you're currently focusing on. It may seem as though everything is speeded up, even forced against your will, but it is not a good idea to resist. The best approach is to entertain the possibilities of what you are about to learn. You can anticipate that this change be a liberating force, offering a new course or path. So yeah, let's start a riot. Start a riot. It is also important to point out the connection between Uranus and alternative forms of sexuality and gender identity. In fact, in Victorian England, homosexual and transgender people were referred to as Uranians. Therefore, you might find yourself among people with alternative viewpoints, sexuality, and sometimes people of a different class or background. In all, this card means your life is about to be changed in big ways rather than small ones. The Uranus card says, go with it and see what happens. So it's not just sexuality or whatever. It's the Tower card. And key ideas behind it is change, revolution. That's what I was trying to say earlier, when you're feeling like you want to revolt against something. So it's like change, revolution, shocks, genius, technology, alternative lifestyles. So, the Tower card. I'm getting it now. So, right now, you're feeling very rebellious. You are feeling, revolutionary, and it's all going against your roots, all going against how you were raised, your morals, ethics, maybe even like a whole belief system or religion that you were brought up or raised in, and your lifestyle and where you're at now and the way that you want to live just goes completely against that. Okay, I feel better about that. And that could be why that you are in the void, like why you're, facing your shadow side right now, calling bullshit on your bullshit. Have patience with yourself and the situation, because this is where the messages are going to come in. Whenever I get this card, I always say with them that like it could be messages coming from the divine, like getting downloads. So pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your thoughts and your dreams and your gut feelings, because that is like your angels, your spirit guides trying to get through to you, trying to talk to you. You need to listen to that, okay? So that's what I have for you right now, Libra. If any of this resonates, make sure that you drop a comment in the comments below. If you'd like to dive deeper or get completely new personal reading for yourself, I have my contact information in the description below. If you'd like to drop a tip or a donation and help the channel grow, much appreciated in advance. I have all of those links in the description below as well. But as you know, it's together we grow. So please make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now. Thank you very much. And know that I do these free readings every single week for all of the signs. I really appreciate and enjoy spending your energy and time together every single week. And if you want to see the extended to this reading, just follow me in the links below, and I will see you on the flip side. I hope you have a great week, Libra. You guys take care. Peace.